Hi, welcome. I'm Melanie from Embracing Love and Light. So today I'm going to be talking about this journey from the perspective of the Divine Masculine and how they deal with the journey. I had a request for making a video on the Divine Masculine, which I was more than happy to do. So thank you for the request. I'm always happy to make a video on an aspect of the journey that any of you would like to know more about. Just leave me a comment or email me if any of you would like me to do that. As you may have noticed, I tend to concentrate more on the Divine Feminines than the Divine Masculines, and the reason for that is to help Divine Feminines shift out of the chasing and looping, to be able to get out of the pain and give advice and the tools to help align you with your soul, to be able to come into union within, because ultimately that is what this journey is about. All the time you are focusing on the Divine Masculine, you won't shift out of that push-pull chasing energy. You will stay exactly where you are now, looping. However, I know there is a lot of confusion and interest about what the Divine Masculines are feeling and how they see this journey. And I also know that there can be animosity, anger, resentment towards the Divine Masculine too at times. And I can understand, because it looks like and feels that they don't care and they're not bothered and they have just walked away. And it looks like they're okay. And the Divine Feminine is the one who is suffering, in pain, and has to do all the work. So I understand why some Divine Feminines can feel this, because most of you will not have even met your twin or have known them for that long. So you will be lost in wondering what is going on. And it's easy to say, only focus on yourself all the time, which is what you need to do. But I believe this could help just to give you some general idea on their perspective, because you focusing on the why has my Divine Masculine behaved this way and why have they run will just keep you focused on them, which can be counterproductive. So I just want to emphasize this is from my understanding, given a general overview about the Divine Masculines and their point of view about this connection and how they tend to feel and see the journey, because I believe this could be beneficial to give you some idea in a general sense on their understanding of it. So I won't be talking about specifics, because just as no two humans will be the same, no two Divine Masculines will be the same. They will all have had different backgrounds, experiences and traumas, etc., which will have had an impact on how your Divine Masculine will see the journey, behave and react. However, there does seem to be some general commonalities, although even then there will be exceptions to the rules. So, Divine Masculines will not see the journey the same as Divine Feminines, who are more connected to their spirituality and who go searching for answers. And in finding answers, realise that this is something far greater than a romance, which will lead them to having a spiritual awakening. The Divine Masculine, although will feel the connection as strongly as the Divine Feminines do, won't feel at ease with it at all. They will want to bury it, suppress it, not admit to themselves that they feel the way they do. They will feel that they can't handle the intense emotions and deny to you and themselves that they feel anything at all, playing the connection down. This is because they are scared. They feel like they are losing control of their emotions. Quite often, many would have had relationships with others in the past that they were fond of, but not deeply in love with, because of fearing losing a part of themselves, loving someone that much. It can feel extremely uncomfortable for the Divine Masculine when they face those big, intense emotions. And I'm not saying it isn't for the Divine Feminine, but the Feminines are naturally more in touch with their emotions and spirituality, so will potentially be able to handle them better. The Divine Masculines won't understand what is going on either with meeting you or feeling this way, but instead of them embracing these intense feelings of love, they will want to distance themselves emotionally, mentally and physically. They will do anything not to see the connection for what it is. So they will not go searching for answers like the Divine Feminine, as they will be in denial. During separation, quite often the Divine Masculine will distance themselves by throwing themselves into work, another relationship, maybe even trying to block out their feelings with substance abuse in some way. They will believe that by distracting themselves from how they feel deep down, they will be able to forget you and the connection and move on with their lives. So why is this? Well, the Divine Masculines are also known as the matrix twin, which means they are rooted in the 3D world, living in duality. Influenced by societal beliefs and conditionings, they are logical. So everything has to make sense in a 3D world way, and if it doesn't, then they will try and make it fit. They will be stuck in their minds and egos, and the mind and ego can't understand anything outside of the 5 senses. So, see, hear, feel, taste, smell. So anything that is otherworldly and outside of the 3D reality. Also, they will have had traumatic, difficult, maybe turbulent upbringings in lives, maybe suffering from avoidant attachment issues, which will mean avoiding facing their emotions. And this can stem from their childhoods, maybe being in a family situation and home where they haven't received any emotional interaction like love and support for their needs, where the parent or caregiver hasn't shown any signs of affection, love, compassion, meaning the parent or caregiver will be emotionally unresponsive and detached to the needs of the child. So, of course, this leads the child to suppress their needs for love and emotional support. Even if some masculines don't suffer this in particular, they will have been greatly affected by having traumatic upbringings and lives in some way, causing them to be very insecure. So this, together with being heavily in their minds and egos, will mean they will ultimately be fear-driven, because the ego is fear-based, and they will be in their wounded masculine when you meet them, which could manifest itself as being any of these: emotionally unavailable, insecure, controlling, competitive, cold, fear of failing, critical, defensive, aggressive, selfish, needing to be successful in some way. I could go on, but you get the idea. So they won't be seeing or understanding, especially at first, what this connection is, although they will know on a much deeper level that it is something different and more to what they've had before, which of course is what leads them to run in the first place. This fear and these insecurities will lead them to withdrawing from the connection, always playing it down, and why they behave the way they do towards you, because they ultimately will be fearing being hurt and rejected. And this is also why they behave in the way they do, in terms of maybe expressing their true feelings towards you and showing any vulnerability about themselves. So they will walk away from the connection first to avoid getting hurt. So this leads me back to the Divine Feminine's role, if you like, and how you, the Divine Feminine, navigate this journey, because all the time you focus on them, they will focus on them and stay running, because you lead the journey, and this is an energetic connection. And when you decide you've had enough and you want to stop the pain of chasing and looping because you are getting nowhere, and start to focus on you, freeing yourself of the traumas from your past, healing, so you can align with your soul and ascend, can the journey begin for them? Although this is a journey of ascension for both of you, it's you, Divine Feminine, who has to start this process to align with your soul and come into union. Once you start healing and ascending, they will feel this energetically, and at some point can start the process. It won't look or be in the same way as you are doing the work. It will be their way. And that will be different for each Divine Masculine. Remember, they are the matrix twins, so they will be rooted in the 3D world, looking outside of themselves. So they won't be tackling the journey and healing in the same way. And I'm not saying that some Divine Masculines won't be spiritual to a certain extent, but on the whole, they will navigate the journey in a different way to you. They will try and forget this whole connection, but won't be able to completely. Remember, you are always connected at soul level and together in the 5D, because you are the same soul. And union is meant in the physical for you both to complete whatever it is your mission is. But this can only happen if you start focusing on you first. What magnetizes them back in is you aligning with your soul and coming into union and anchoring that in, because at that point you are so completely happy and with how you feel within and your life, you will no longer be concerned or focused on them and whether they come back or not. Then they feel that energy shift and are able to come back in. Although you may be in the separation phase of the journey, that is only in the physical 3D world. At a soul level, you always have been and always will be together. I really hope this video answered any questions you may have had and was helpful in some way. And remember, all divine masculines will be different, and it's by focusing on you, divine feminine, aligning with your soul, that is going to bring you what you truly want and true fulfillment. If you would like any help, guidance or support, please email me. The link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Much love and blessed be.